Well, Hafiz never got going. Smith 15 promised, as did Ricky Wessels. Saad Nasim 35, Darren Sammy an explosive 36, with 4 sixes in that 15-ball 36. That's just changed this complexion of this scorecard, and Liam Dawson was the last man out. 7 extras, and Mohammad Amir 1 for 33. Usman Shinwari, the pick of the bowlers. Just look at those figures. 4 overs, 16 dot balls, 3 for 11. Irfan Jr, 3 overs, none for 46. His last over going for 28. Usama Mir, 3 overs, none for 34. Shahid Afridi, 1 for 34 in 4. And Ravi Bopara, 2 overs, cost him 17, and he took a wicket. So it's hot here in Sharjah, and the heat's on. Karachi to win this one. They require 182 to beat Zalmi, and the run rate will start at 9.10.
With a swashbuckling 36 and 75 for Cameron Akmal, and Naseem, nice little cameo 35 from 18, were the standouts in their 20 overs. Really was some carnage around. Bowlers, a couple disappeared, but some good figures as well. Usman Shinwari 3 for 11. Ahmed Amir, well, considering one of those overs was a big one, 1 for 33 was all right as well. And so from the get-go, it's just over 9s is the asking rate for the Karachi Kings to take out match 27.
Yeah, here's some of those big shots that we saw at the last part of the innings. Sammy with strong bottom hand and long levers, helping himself some smashing hits. It was attacked from both ends. Saad Naseem played a very good innings as well. Mohammad Amir off target and was penalised as a result. Wonderful effort from these two. And it's not going to be straightforward run for the Karachi Kings, even though they've got big strikers in the playing 11. But this is a different kettle of fish. They've never been up against a challenging total as 182. Shinwari was brilliant. I mean, on a batting strip when things were not working for Karachi Kings, here's the lone ranger striking them down.
He's a short guy, got the ball in the right areas, bowled with really good pace, and then changed the angle by going round the wicket. Wonderful thinking and execution from him.
16 dot balls from Shinwari, 3 for 11. Tremendous performance from the left arm quick, considering how much carnage was going on around. Irfan Jr, 28 off one of his overs. Ooh, ouch. So we've got the hobbling Darren Sammy out in the middle, and they've got to defend 181 to keep their hopes alive of getting to the playoffs. Have to win the next 2.
I thought the spinners were put to sword as well. Afridi and Usama Mir. I think that is when Karachi Kings, when they're playing well, they get help from Afridi and the other spinner. But today they opted for Usama Mir. He was tall, didn't see a lot of variations from him. And Afridi went for plenty as well. And that meant that nobody was able to mount an attack when the charge was on.
Yeah, Joe Denley, just 1 half century to him. Baba Azam, a little more consistent. 3 half centuries for Karachi Kings. He's been fairly consistent, but hasn't really kicked on to get that big century. Baba Azam, he will require that, the Karachi Kings, in this match.
Up against Hassan Ali, who's had a tremendous 2017. Cool and cool umpires out in the centre show Zabraza, Ahmed Shadab are out in the centre. Look at all that gadgetry all over his hat. Shut up. You shut up, he says, and we're ready to go. Boys are out of control here. It's been a long PSL. Here in Sharjah. The umpires, well, we've lost Tim Robinson. Here we go, first one. And there's a bit of swing on offer straight away from Hassan Ali.
It's not a bad bowling attack at all. We've got Hassan Ali, we've got Wahab Riaz, who's been splendid with the Yorker length. There's Samin Gul, who's the emerging player. He's got a bit of pace as well, Samin Gul. He's been awesome, to say the least.
Don't forget Liam Dawson, the left-arm spinner. He can take pace off the ball. A lot of players have struggled against the left-arm spin this year's HBL PSL 3. Selfie moment. Take a selfie. Oppo moment. Danny Morrison, I know you love a selfie.
You fiends. Yeah, not a fan of them. The stage. There's outswing. That is a lovely little strike, and there's the first runs from the Kings.
Yeah, the balance was superb. And there's so many good things to like about Babar Azam. His poise at the crease, the way he meets the ball with the full face of the blade, and then the class and elegance. Steady at the crease and not on the walk. Lovely way to get the scoreboard rolling. It's 4 without a wicket and he's off the mark.
Yeah, 4 ODI centuries for Babar Azam. Just started his international career for Pakistan. Wonderful talent.
And just looking at Darren Sammy and tweaking the field here. He's going to stay at slip, and he almost needs to be with that injury of his. Or it's sort of like a short catching cover. He's not going to be mobile at all, Big Darren. He'll have to be focused and on his toes in this defence with his fields.
Yeah, I like him as a skipper, Darren Sammy. Very innovative, very positive, makes the right moves and gets the best out of the players. And he'll keep doing that. It's a do or die situation for them today. Zalmi need this win to stay in the tournament.
Talking about Darren Sammy, had a chat with him before the start of this game. He's been playing a lot of cricket. He thinks that his body needs a little bit of rest. Pepsi Kachakaro, be aware to take that catch and be a winner.
Yeah, Joe Denley. He's about to have his first taste. Hassan Ali, match 27. Colin Ingram in the dugout. Handsome looking stroke for no run. So we've had the first over. It's 5 for. He's starting with Hassan Ali. There's those wrists again of Babar Azam. Thinking of 2. Oh, they're going to hustle and get through. Denley, he was awake and as quick.
Yeah, that's good awareness, good running between the wickets. They need every single run because it's a big total. Required rate over 9. Well, you need to bowl to Babar Azam. If you pitch up, he will dispatch you. Got to pull that length a little bit back.
Such a contrast, isn't it? White ball cricket versus the test match arena, the red ball. He's so good in 50 over a T20 Bubba.
He's got few technical issues to iron out. He stays inside the line of the ball, and so while it works in T20 or 50 overs, there's not a lot of traffic in the slip cordon. In test matches, he's found out edging the ball every now and then. But you can see there's some serious talent. Yeah, the other shot that he's got to improve is his is against the short ball. Oh, nothing wrong with that shot. That's gone. It's a pickup 6.
Well, he's only 23 years of age. He's got tremendous talent, Baba Azam. If you pitch the ball up, he will deal with you aggressively. As was this shot. 7 ODI centuries, averages high 40s in T20 internationals. Quality Pakistan player.
Yeah, nice and simple too. You saw that replay from Stump Cam with just a little shimmy down the wicket to bring up 300 tournament maximums. Oh, and then a little dab with some smart batting.
Just wanted to get your views, boys, regarding Wahab Riaz's burst here, or starting with Wahab Riaz, because they need wickets, and the form player, in fact both of them are form players, so why introduce a Samin Gul instead of a Wahab Riaz who's having a rollicking time of it?
You know, I like the idea of the left arm, right arm combo opening. You talk about it with opening batsmen, certainly with the opening bowlers too, working in tandem. He swings the ball. I don't know, maybe there's a thought that does he not quite like the new ball as much as an older ball? That's Wahab Riaz we're talking about. Just want to be, and he's such a great finisher. Wonderful when the ball's older and tailing, and do they save the majority of his overs towards the death end?
Yeah, well, I've just arrived at PSL, and I can tell you about Wahab Riaz in the Caribbean Premier League. Does a really good job for Barbados Tridents. He opens the bowling, bowl in the death overs, and then he bowls back end of the innings as well, and he's very effective, a genuine wicket taker.
That one kept just a little bit low. I think if they can pick up a couple of wickets in a run chase like this, I think they'd be putting a lot of pressure on Karachi Kings, so why not Wahab at this stage? It's a nice drive, but will earn him nothing.
Of course, he keeps back in the United Kingdom, so that's handy to have in your squad and your setup of your playing 11, in particular for this one. Oh, that's a big heave. Oh, change up from the bowler, good.
Yeah, he's too clever for Denley. Hassan Ali is quite a star, and usually he's wicket to wicket. Very clever with his length variations. You also see him bowl a lovely slow delivery also, so he can amp it up to 140s. In fact, the average speed is 139. That's not bad a start.
He went for the sand shoe. First one down. He's mistimed this, Denley. There's the celebration that we all know and love from Hassan Ali.
It was a mere push from Denley. Previous delivery, tried to tonk the ball out the ground, didn't get the power, didn't get the timing, and I think his placement was off. Full delivery straight to the fielder at mid-off. He makes no mistake, very different to what we saw from Karachi Kings in the outfield. First wicket down, no issues there with the front foot. Should be the first wicket for Zalmi. Joe Denley, he has to go without scoring. It's 15 for 1.
So Sammy at slip. Important innings this for Colin Ingram.
He hits the bat hard, Hassan Ali, and it wasn't a conventional slow ball, but it had something, just a wee bit of lack of pace, and it was pushed straight down the throat of the mid-off fielder, and the celebrations began.
Rendition of the New Zealand haka rugby players of the send-off for Joe Denley. Oh, bottom edge, and that hurried to Sammy.
Yeah, gets a nod of approval from Colin Ingram because he was deceived by extra bit of pace. So how's it going to be for Zalmi? 2 overs from Hassan Ali, then take him off for a little while, get Wahab Riaz in. We've got Umet Asif also as a fast bowling facility. That's a good over, very good over. 15 for 1.
Samin. Oh, and it gets through. Boundary. Baba Azam.
Yeah, he's classy, all right. When you can produce shots like this in T20 cricket, you know that you're destined for something very special. Yeah, just a flick. Very wristy and pose for the photographers. Yeah, he found the gap very nicely.
Yeah, crisp timing.
I like how Babar Azam approaches his innings. Looks to play very straight, very early, gets himself set. He's very aware of where the fielders are. If you look at that last drive, wide of mid-on, exactly where he wanted to place the ball. Really good signs from a young batsman.
Now, Sammy has gone to a very straight mid-wicket, so there's no slip there. Again, it's about hunting up and closing down the runs early in the power play. Whereas that just holds it back enough.
It was angling into leg, and I think didn't allow the room to hit straight up. That's a really good wicket. And what about the celebrations? Yeah, Hassan Ali, he's pumped up.
Yeah, always. There is the skipper, Sammy. There's always a single there, it seems, with this niggle. Time of the left-handed Colin Ingram. Hashtag Hogasaf Pakistan. Yet to get off the mark. Still can't.
How many times you've seen this from a batsman who's trying to just rush through the innings and wanting to hit the ball hard and will invariably find the field? I think Ingram needs a bit of calmness because Babar Azam is playing a good little innings here. They need a partnership. In a run chase, you do need a couple of good ones to get over the line. So, and it's 162 more from 97. So they need a couple of big partnerships.
He still can't get off the mark. It's 24.
So I just keep him hanging in there. Just introduce him as ASAP.
He's on the button, first one.
Well, Zalmi showing their dominance, or continued dominance, I must say. Head-to-head battles, 4 against 2 to the Karachi Kings. But if they can get wickets and more wickets, it will make their job a lot easier in the end. There's still some batting to come from this Karachi Kings team. Ravi Bopara, he's been in good form.
Now this is extraordinary. This is one for the archives against Wahab Riaz. Babar Azam.
Incredible. What a hit, and Babar Riaz is jolted. He's not showing it, but this would be a big mental block for him. Have a look at this. Great drive, exposing the stumps and treating him like a spinner.
Yeah, it didn't really look like he put a lot of power in that shot. All about timing, placement. His body position was excellent. Opened his arms, knew exactly where he wanted to hit the ball. Played the right shot for that delivery, with the angle as well.
Oh, exceptional. Umpires are just having a look at the ball, and both Hassan Ali is laughing with Wahab Riaz. So I think maybe a little chunk has come out of the ball, or scuffed badly. What a heck of a stride. 27 runs, all of them to Babar A.
One-man army right now. But you've got to love this. Probably the shot of the tournament. Because we're talking about a guy who can be slippery. 147 clicks plus. And to take him down over covers is just a remarkable shot. Morgan, Bopara, Rizwan, they bat deep, they bat well. So this should be an excellent run chase.
Just stay there, Colin Ingram, on naught after 6. Thank goodness for Babar Azam. Wahab Riaz, in terms of bowling too, tends to be a little bit on the shorter side with the new ball, and funnily enough, gets it very full with the older ball. Tailing in those wonderful quick Yorkers. Wahab, but a different job now with the newer seed inside the power play. Yeah, there you go.
You're feeling the pressure, Ingram. You're batting in a situation where the required rate is over 10 and you face 7 dot deliveries. You can feel that pressure. Very, very important for Babar Azam. Just have a comforting word to him. Yeah, look at that. 180 strike rate for short deliveries, 200 for the good deliveries. Got him! Through the gate, well, he strikes. Ramiz Raja will be a happy man immediately. Wahab Riaz does the trick.
Yeah, he's a good change. He should have been on a little earlier from Samin's end, because he's a wicket taker, and so getting rid of the top order will help Zalmi to win this. Colin Ingram possibly batting a little higher for my liking. He should have been down there finishing the job in the last 6 overs, but Wahab Riaz has castled him for naught. 27 for 2.
For Imad Wasim, who's here at the ground, but he's advised medically not to take part for the moment. And Samin gets put away nicely for 4.
Yeah, nicely turned away on the onside. He's very strong there, walks across, just finds the gap. Babar Azam batting on another level. Another level, all 31 scored by Babar Azam.
2 of the most destructive batsmen in the PSL, Denley and Ingram, both gone for a pair of spectacles.
And they're both hot players on their day, aren't they? They score quickly, and they are real power players in this Kings side, so that is costly. Sweeping right across it, right across to very square on the onside. Instead of maybe down the ground, we keep talking about that, keep the percentages, particularly when you're trying to get yourself going, particularly when you're facing that man. So that's a big blow again.
You're a big fan of that celebration, aren't you, Alan? Just see your smile when it comes up.
I've seen better. For Zalmi, 94% win viz. The percentage is for Zalmi to win this match.
Yeah, and Multan don't need to see that, do
No,
they?
they don't.
Keeps it open. Zalmi win today. Keeps it open for another day.
All in a day's work.
Have you worn a moustache before?
Yes, yes.
Have you? How big was it?
It wasn't quite Wahab Riaz. And same could be said for my bowling as well. It wasn't quite Wahab Riaz, but yes, there was a tash there once. Slats?
70s? 60s?
Well, it came off in the wash. Came off in the wash.
Well, I want to see photos of that. I'd like to see the moustache days. HBL a spider cab. There it is. Yeah, well, Tash, it'd be quite grey these days, I'd imagine, or white.
Distinguished.
Distinguished, yes.
Yeah, it'd be distinguished.
We'll call it distinguished.
Hang on.
Oh, that's a thin one. I'm not sure about that one. Very, very thin.
Well, it's like Danny Morrison used to have hair. No, that's a beauty, isn't it? The Bandit, Wahab Riaz. And Samin Gul loses his run up here. But this is a huge task for Karachi now. That run rate is creeping up towards 11. Don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. MJ_Slats for Instagram. You'll catch him there. That's it, isn't it, Slats?
That's it. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Thanks.
No worries.
I got a little video out of the commentary in the Galutlo strategic.
Oh, well done.
Time out.
Nice looking shot, just for one. End of the 6th over. Power play done. Karachi.
Yeah, a couple of wickets. Hassan Ali starting it off. But it could almost be Babar Azam's package, really. Fantastic shot, but it was only him that was actually getting the ball to go to the fence. Wahab Riaz with that brilliant celebration.
It's a good effort by Wahab Riaz, big man, and he tried to cut off the single. .146 required off 82. That translates to a run rate of getting on to 11 and over.
Peshawar had a slow start, but fantastic hitting at the back end. I don't know if you can match that, because that was just immense.
Yeah, that was by Darren Sammy, and they also had Kamran Akmal to guide them through with his 75.
So obviously you've lost 2 wickets. If you're going to go down that road, then you need some extraordinary hitting like we saw in that first innings, which is a big ask. So at the moment, Peshawar in front.
Big time. Big time. There is so much pressure on the chase. As soon as they get over 170, it's a tough chase. So best economy in this tournament, 5.6, and it's all about those middle overs. When you're trying to launch, accelerate, he is brilliant.
Now, well, singles are coming here, but Karachi need a whole raft of boundaries. It's been 9 balls since we had a 4 and 14 balls since we had a 6. Just had a succession of singles here, and that middle overs run rate of 5.6 is outstanding from Wahab Riaz. cricketgateway.pk, cricketgateway.com, and it should be Rick in Jiff, ball by ball highlights. There you go. Nicely played. Hafiz with the stop, and he saved runs there.
Just feel that these two batting need to be there by the 15th over. They've got to get through the next 9, and they've got to try and keep a clip up, but it's just below 11 runs and over required from here. They can do it. I mean, they've still got 8 wickets. They can definitely do it, because as we saw, you only need to blast a 21 off an over or a 15 off an over, back them up, and you're back on track in a run chase. Does it look like at one stage, Selmy, we're going to only post something around 160, 40 for 2.
Left arm spin, and he's bowled well for Zalmi since he's joined the team. And at the moment, Zalmi looking very strong. Dawson and Owen Morgan would know something about each other. Played a lot of competitive cricket with and against each other.
Englishman against an Irishman.
Englishman and against Englishman.
Irishman.
Well, he's born in Ireland.
So who'll win here?
Picked it up. Straight into the hands of Saad Nazim. Straight down the throat. And Karachi's captain is on the forlorn walk back.
Yeah, it's the size of ground. You've got to lift and lift high. You've got to go hard and make sure you've got height, because we see a lot of these catches where you're forcing, you hit it well, it's not a bad shot, but you pick the fieldsman out, and he is elated, Dawson. So the Irishman is on his bike for 5, 40 for 3.
Ravi Bopara. Well, he's off the mark straight away, but Liam Dawson's got a golden arm for Zalmi. He's been picking up wickets, and he's been getting top wickets. He spun a little web round Kumar Sangakkara when they played Multan, and he had the better of that duel. And this time, it just took him one ball to remove Owen Morgan.
Wasn't the best of deliveries, but did the job. And he's come into the attack at over number 8, and it's a situation where Karachi Kings cannot afford just to lay him off. They need to attack him, and he started off brilliantly, getting a wicket first ball.
Babar Azam, 35 out of the 41 on the board for Karachi.
Just conceded the 1 run, bowled 4 deliveries, and he's bowling very straight. Here's Dawson.
Pressure mounting all the time now as the run rate heads towards 12 and over. Karachi needing 141 off 73. Every ball they just lag behind a little bit more. Tomorrow it's Karachi Islamabad. That's a fine over from Liam Dawson. 8 gone, 41 for 3. Darren Sami, that explosive 36 not out at the end, with the 6s galore. Sami hit the 4 6s. Now Bopara on strike, and Umaid Asif is the bowler, and that run rate heading towards 12.
Yeah, did you see that? Big bird, birds with bird. Now it's a real panic stage of the innings now, isn't it? Just trying to get some momentum going, trying to find some easy runs, get on a bit of a roll. And Zalmi will feel that they're got the foot on the throat of the on top. He's hobbling around out there, but I mean, that running between the wickets, he's hobbling through, but he didn't need to, belting them everywhere.
He's already gone down in folklore with that last over finish that he did on one leg, and now he's come out again with just on the way. We're talking about players, strange batting styles, and he's got a immensely strange batting style, but just keeps on hitting it out of the park.
Tickles it down the leg side. Not a good line from Umaid.
And nicely played. That's all he had to do. That's simple when you can just flick one like that and you've got no fine leg. So Barber, he's full of talent, and he's the man now. 39 from 29. He's the go-to. The Kings, they need him. And he always stays pretty well within a pretty solid game as well. I just snuck into the royal box for the end of the Zalmi innings, and I was just sitting in amongst it. It's pretty well packed in there today, and you've got both teams, both franchises represented in there. You've got cheering going on one side and a bloke next to you, and then you've got someone shaking their head the other side. It's quite something.
Zahir Abbas in there. He's president of Zalmi, lives in Karachi.
I'm surprised that you were let in President's Box. We go there and we're not. Alan obviously paves the way for everyone, but we get checked going there.
Yeah, well, I snuck in. It's one of those, what's that over there? And when they look, you just dive in and then away you go. And mess around. I mean, Wilco, he walks in with a swag, authority, gives the feeling, I deserve to be here, I'm meant to be here.
Good place to be. 9 overs gone, 48. Dawson again, second over. 1 for 1 his first.
1 for 1, you just can't have any bowler dominate you like that. There's a lookout up there, isn't there?
122 floors up, I believe it is. 148th floor is the highest you can get there.
Might do that on Saturday.
I think you should.
It's incredible. They're going to build one taller than that, I believe. Only in Dubai.
Gonna take the stairs, I reckon.
Well, they probably have a stair race every year. They tend to do it. Centrepoint Tower in Sydney, which is one of our highest, they have a stair race every year. Mind you, that's probably double the size.
A couple of steps up to the HBL box as well.
Now, I was talking, I looked at this, the Palm, and they're building the World, another sort of landfill island residential area, or it's a lot of 5-star, 6-star hotels on it. There's also apartments you can invest in. And in 2022, Venice is going to open, and it is a hotel completely submerged under the water. It's all underwater.
Could you go through the check-in process for us then? Bloop, 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 bloop.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to have gills, and
that's it.
Isn't that spectacular, though? Only in Dubai.
Underwater hotel.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Could you stay in it?
Well, I'd like to see Danny Morrison in there. He'd be a human octopus.
Well, he is now, out of water, but best he gets in water.
Out of water or out of order?
Both.
Asking rate heading towards 13. Karachi Kings up against it here. Dawson's having a great evening.